Cutting off the intro screen. Hello, I hope this works. Judging from the time of death, the murder was carried out. I don't remember what we were talking about in this thing. I think we're talking about how the murder happened. Judging from the time of death, the murder carried out early in the morning of the show. The true criminal... Oh my god, why is the game so loud? The true criminal had until the time of the show started to set up the device. Objection! But didn't Simon Keyes make that thing? And since he was also the one who used it, he is the best suspect. Don't you agree? Objection! If Mr. Keyes were the murderer, he would not have needed to do that. Miss Barry? Yes? Was there anyone else who knew of the device setup? Well, let's see. Since we had to get everything about our show approved by the people at the prison, I'd say there were others who knew about it. And there you have it. I see. You have indeed performed a thorough investigation, which is why I am even further perplexed. Why don't you use your efforts for justice? My actions are not just. Who made that decision? You cannot understand even that, even now. Providing support to a defense attorney despite being a prosecutor is quite unnatural. This goes against the rules. Oh! Okay. Well, I mean... Hang on, I'm grabbing a thing, it's cold. Act under the assumption that you don't know about Bridget the Turnabout, which is valid because you had nothing to do with that, I guess. But, you know, sweetie, this is not unnatural. This has happened many a time. It's a thing, you know? I'm merely choosing to do what I think is right at this particular juncture. Why travel down the road I've chosen? Your comprehension does not matter in the least. However, if anyone intends to interfere, I will show no mercy. Perhaps this is a calling from the goddess of law, if you intend to rebel against her divine will. I will have no choice but to hand down my verdict. Oh my god, please, can these two get a goddamn room at this point? Good lord, these two are the fucking... Pay heed to my words. I have one more reason to suspect Simon Keyes of murder. God damn it! If the body came from the courtyard, how was Mr. Knightley brought in here from the detention center? Only Simon Keyes could have provided such an opportunity. Because of this fact, I find it most difficult to suspect any other party of this crime. While Simon Keyes was moving the supplies for the show, he visited Mr. Knightley's cell. Does that not strike you as odd? Why else would he have brought the large covered cage with him? I mean, you can't really prove that. You can't... I mean, there might have been just a giant fucking bear in there. I'm willing to believe there's a tiger in there, too. At the same time as the bear. Sorry, I zoned out for a second there. That does seem pretty suspicious. Mr. Keyes was merely that kind of person. It's entirely possible that he carelessly brought it there. You're grasping, buddy. You are grasping hard. If that is possible, then it's also possible that he was assisting in the escape. Am I wrong? I suppose I must refute her theory with evidence. Is there evidence to prove the refutation of that theory? I don't think there is, dude. Is there? There can't be. Unless it's the breaker. But... Did she give me that picture, by the way? Of Simon vibing with Knightley at the detention center? Because if she didn't, then I don't have that picture and it's a problem. If the body came from John, you seem to believe that Knightley was killed in the courtyard. So can you say when he was brought here? On the day of the show between midnight and 8 a.m. I am positive it could only have been during that time. That is an 8-hour time span. Sweetie, that is almost as vague as saying it was a 24-hour time span. That's ridiculous. Excuse me. The most pressing issue is, how was Mr. Knightley brought here from the detention center? Are you certain there were no other routes? A trial date had not yet been determined for Mr. Knightley, so he was not a prisoner. He could not have easily entered the prison. He would have stood out too much. Meaning no one testified to seeing him here. Well done! May you be blessed by the goddess of law. As I said, Mr. Knightley was taken into the prison through a less conspicuous manner. Only Simon Keyes could have provided such an opportunity. Are you certain that the only person who had that opportunity was Simon Keyes? Have you forgotten? This is a prison. Due to the constant supervision, it would have been impossible to do anything unusual. Like, bring a cage to the detention center. Exactly. Then wouldn't it be the same as Mr. Keyes? The warden has shown favor to the Big Berry Circus. Simon Keyes is a circus member. Miss Barry's apprentice, no less. It could only have been him. He was able to freely move about within the facility. Objection! Seems that you forgot to mention that. The word forget does not exist in my dictionary. Well, that's alarming. Also, you two need to get a goddamn room. Stop flirting. Then it would be prudent for you to add this to your argument. Mr. Keyes may have been the only person who could move around freely.
Only an ace attorney can we see a judge none. A Jun, if you will.
A Jun. I love that. But on the day of the murder, there was a gap missing in the surveillance records. Although I wouldn't consider her a nun because she doesn't have the face covering. Or not the face covering, the hood. She doesn't do the Holy Mother thing. I'd say she's more of a priestess. Or, what's the word for that? Fucking, not cleric. I guess priestess is the word, because male would just be priest. Or, like, you know, what do you have at your local church? You have a pastor. That's the word I'm looking for. She's a jaster. I love making up stupid words. How you doing, Phoenix? During that time, anyone could have done what they pleased. Do I have proof of this gap in the surveillance records? Jeristest. I guess we technically have this, but I would say it's more the recording device, right? Take that! Mr. Keyes wasn't the only one who had the opportunity. Who else could have had the opportunity? The timestamp on the security camera is off by 3 hours. This means there was a 3-hour gap in the time. During that time, anyone could have done it. If that were the case, then the murderer could have created the gap in time intentionally. It would not have been a simple camera failure, though. You saying that is possible? It is possible if you had access to this. Oh man, we're actually about to accuse the fucking woman. In this courtyard, we found the circuit breaker for the security camera. And it is possible to access the breaker room before, both, and after the murder. Whoa. Wait, I read that very wrong. And it is possible to access the breaker room both before and after the murder. What?! Aww, look how sad he is. Meanwhile, Courtney. Unfortunately, it appears that you have fallen short of your intentions. Mr. Edgeworth hasn't fallen short of anything! So, can you explain how the murderer obtained the key to the breaker room? Yeah, that's right. It was locked, wasn't it? Warden hangs on to the key, right? The breaker room has great importance, even in a prison. There is no one who would be able to obtain the key so easily. Objection! We are really about to accuse Warden Roland. Well, I can think of someone. What did you say? This person, the murderer, was able to get the key. They didn't even need to steal it. There can't be anyone like that! Besides, the breaker to the electric fence is in that room too! Only one person could have done this. I didn't want to believe it myself, but I trust that my logic is sound. I cannot believe we are about to accuse the warden. Jesus. Take that! The murderer is this bitch. Warden Roland. Oh my, what an energetic little puppy. That's because this dog is extremely fond of sweets. It seems to detect a sweet scent on you. Oh, heavens no. I'm not even wearing perfume or anything of the sort. What the dog detects is the sweet scent of death. I don't think death smells sweet, Edgey. How poetic. However, does that not imply that I committed a murder? That's what I think. What?! The warden is the murderer? Mr. Edgeworth, are you serious about your statement? How amusing. The very thought of a warden committing a murder. That is not impossible. Gross. Sounds like something out of a mystery novel. Or a visual novel like a video game. I'm not sure. This is real life, right? Precisely. Your reason is in contempt. Hold it! Nothing of the sort. I did not want to believe it myself, but based on the evidence, I have no choice but to believe it. This evidence proves that Warden Roland is the murderer. I mean, I want to say it's the breaker because she's the only one who could have gotten into it without having to ask. But at the same time,
breaker room, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But like, I feel like I just presented that. I have a lot of help, so we'll risk it. Yeah. What do you mean it doesn't have shit to do with you? Misa's reaction to Warden Roland earlier. What was the cause of it? I need to let that go. Oh! Oh! She smells very sweet because, okay.
Take that!
Okay, that makes sense. The smell gave you away. As you can plainly see, someone has taken notice. Look how angry that little boy is! This police dog. He tracked a sweet smell that came from the body. And right now, he's telling us that the same scent is also on board and Roland. You're a cruel one to accuse me of murder based on something like that. Right, Justine, darling? It appears that Judge Courtney has reached the same conclusion I have. Mr. Edgeworth, this couldn't have been just a coincidence, could it? The key to the break room and the same scent on the body. If it were only one, it could have been such. It appears we have reached a conclusion. We should now listen to what the warden has to say. Indeed, until we do, we cannot close this case. Oh my goodness, everyone with such scary faces. So I'm the only one who could have been the murderer. Stop fucking doing that! Okay, let's do this, babe. I heard all about the case from Justine, darling, here. Had I committed a murder, it would have taken place inside the holding cell. But I couldn't have moved the body. I never went into the prison. I was caught up in my work. Up until the show, I was stuck in my office. Check up on it if you like. You'll find there's no record of me entering the prison. I don't know what reason you had, but I can say for sure I cannot be the killer. But Missile barked at you, pal. You've got to be the culprit. Oh, heavens, it's not possible. I already told you I never went to prison. If you think I'm lying, why don't you check the records? She wants us to check the records. She does seem confident. For now, all we can do is listen to her and try to draw out more information. I do hope you understand, Mr. Edgeworth. Dude. Seriously? You're joking, right? That's the easiest fucking thing so far. There's a 3-hour timestamp where there's nothing. Obviously, that is you. I don't even need to... Fine, I'll pass. Because she said draw out more information. From Judge Courtney, are you too close? As close as fish and water. Are you jealous? Jealous? Oh, he totally is! I ship it. On the first day of the investigation, she filled us in on the information. In exchange for our cooperation, she explained the details to the case to us. How could you say that? You're so mean, Justine, darling. The truth is the truth. I believe it should be told so. For some reason, those two seem kind of scary. Ah, he's scared of powerful women. If I had committed a murder, I know. The murder occurred inside the cell. How can you be so certain about that? Well, everywhere else would have been under surveillance, right? And the victim's blood was... Her blood was actually from a body was struck by L. Bird, but I don't think it's necessary to inform her of this fact. That doesn't mean it's proven, do you know that? But I see no contradiction, assuming the crime scene was the detention center. But I couldn't have moved the body, I never went to prison. You never went into the prison, do you have proof of this? My, can't you wait for me to finish? I was caught up in my work up until the show. I was stuck in my office.
He had to live with a powerful woman, one with a whip.
Franny is not powerful! She has a weapon! That's different! Franny is a brat with a weapon! Courtney is a genuinely smart person who has managed to outsmart just fucking Edgeworth 12,000 times. Do not compare the worst woman in the series with the best woman other than Dahlia in the series. Do not! I will throw a chair at you! I'm passionate about this. I love her. I hate Franny and I love Justine. Do not compare the two. You were in your office the whole time. Nothing strange happened. No, nothing at all. Were you looking for something? I'm not too good at tidying up. Olay? Why are you olaying me? I'm not too good at tidying up. I always forget where I put everything. I've never had that problem. Even when I'm in a mess, I know exactly where everything is at all times. I have this weird way of organizing where either everything I need is in an important thing. Ah, gotcha.
Never mind.
The other day I even lost an important piece of evidence. How could you have made such a grave error? If someone were to take something from me, I wouldn't even notice it the entire year. I guess it would be hard to attack the police to break it. On the day of the incident, I was working in my office. I was searching for lost items. In other words, I couldn't have gone to the prison, even if I'd wanted to. Check up on it if you like. You'll find there's no record of me entering the prison. You did not enter the prison from the entrance. But what if there was another route? Oh my, are you suggesting something like a secret passage? I don't know if anything like that exists. It is my firm belief that you did possess an alternate route. That route was neither the entrance nor a secret passage. The route you used was from here. Are we implying that... Wait. Oh my god, are we implying she went through the underground tunnel?
Take that!
No. To get to the prison from the warden's office without using the entrance or a tunnel, the only way possible is by going to that place. They were suspended from the well on the night before the show. The records won't help us at the present time. First, let's listen carefully and gather information. Okay, so yeah, she went through the well.
Hold it!
I think.
Take that!
The barbed wire fence. This office leads directly to the garden side of the courtyard. If you had moved through here and passed through the barbed wire fence, you would have arrived at the place without passing through the entrance or the tunnel. I wonder what Mr. Edgeworth is saying. Haven't you noticed there's a high voltage current running through the fence? Yeah, obviously she couldn't have passed through it like that. The current to the fence could be switched off at the breaker room, and you were the only one who had the key. Just amusing. However, the breaker room is located on the prison side of the courtyard. How could the warden have access to it from the detention center? Ah, quite right. Gotcha there, Mr. Edgeworth. That's... If there's no record of her passing through the prison entrance, it would not have been possible for her to turn off the fence breaker. Again, why are we acting like there has to... My dude! I don't have to prove that there's surveillance evidence. You have to prove that there isn't. And if you prove that there isn't, then I can use this and say, well, there's a time where no one was observed, and therefore she could have done it there. There is a 3-hour time span between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. where she could have gone and turned off the breaker and gotten the dude through the thing. Why are we acting like this is not possible? Jesus. Don't let this faze you, Miles. Oh, I'm yawning, sorry. But if I don't have a solution for this, she'll get away. Now, Uncle Ray never said don't think, you know. It's just not good to be so stubborn about it. That's all. But no matter how you think about it, Warden Roland couldn't have done this alone. Prosecutor Edgeworth, if you have failed to come up with an
Objection!
I am not amused, interrupting my judgment only to be silent. Without thinking, I just blurted out objection. I have to answer, I won't let it end here. My reasoning is not over yet. So, how did she use the breaker without leaving the detention center? It's perfectly possible with this method. What made it possible to turn off the breaker? Yeah. So she had an accomplice? Who was her accomplice? Also, what the fuck is Lang doing here? I know, like, he appeared earlier, but why the fuck is his profile here if he has no relevance to the case?
Hey, everyone, you have to drink water.
I'm way ahead of you, Nick, Ladybot. It is indeed impossible for one person, but what if there were two? Exactly! Just what I expected from you, Miles. Yes, you had an accomplice from the prison side. Enough. I am disappointed in you, Prosecutor Edgeworth. What's that, pal? You're making fun of Mr. Edgeworth. The inmates at this prison all wear bracelets. Oh! Really? You teamed up with that motherfucker? You teamed up with him? Are you fucking kidding me, Roland? Jesus, dude. God damn it. So why didn't anyone notice Elbird? The only ones allowed to move freely are the animals, and they are certain they could not have used the breaker. But it's still possible that the person did it. Excluding the inmates and the guards, just what kind of person would you say that was?
Objection!
We can't exclude the inmates and the guards just yet. There was only one person, one whose movements was not restricted. The evidence shows that there was someone in the prison who could move around freely.
Take that!
It looks like the bracelets worn by the prisoner. This belongs to a certain model inmate, and it's broken. What? Just who on earth does this belong to? Frank saw it. I've been added on Discord. Give me a second. Right! Yay! I'm excited. There's a new event going on Maple Story, so as soon as I'm done this case, I'm gonna go do that because I'm excited. Frank saw it. The warden's favorite inmate. Oh, that's a one. Don't you think it's strange? He managed to keep this hidden while he moved around freely in the daily prison life. Golly, when you think about it, it shouldn't be possible. I'd hazard a guess that this was because he was special case, just like Sir Hendogan in his special cell. The prosecutor's statement is mere conjecture. You could find out by simply asking Sorrett himself. 'Tis my firm belief that Mr. Sorrett and Warden Roland were partners in crime due to their collaboration in another route's surface. The real route by which Mr. Knightley's body was moved to the prison. There were two obstacles that needed to be dealt with. The security camera in front of Knightley's cell, and the electric fence in the courtyard. Both these problems could have been solved with a single stroke. Excuse me. By having Sawyer switch off the breakers in the breaker room. Mr. Edgeworth, could you wait one moment? Do you still intend to deny it, Miss Warden Rowland? I give in. I confess. Warden Rowland, no, this cannot be. Yes, it's just as he says. Frank saw it now, partners in crime. Holy shit! Sorry, I'm really distracted by Justine's neck. Please, someone measure her neck. Let's assume this woman is, like... I have always acted under the assumption that Edgeworth is 6 feet tall. And I'm going to assume that Justine is 5'7" because I think she's about 3 inches shorter. How fucking long is her neck? Look at that. She has a turtleneck on, or a mock neck or whatever, and it's going up like a third of her neck. If you were to remove that and put her in like a casual V-neck, holy shit, her neck is like a giraffe neck. I'm sorry, this sprite makes her neck look fucking massive. Every time I look at her neck, I get really distracted. Also, goddamn, she's gorgeous in HD. Oh, I love her. Oh, she's so pretty. Ah, sorry, I'm really distracted. I really, really love her. No way! You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. Well done, Miss Miles. At last, we have a real culprit cornered. Like Mr. Edgeworth said, Frankie operated Breaker, but we were not responsible for Knightley's murder. What? Warden Rowland, whatever do you mean? Judge Courtney, what the goddess of law hear my confession. The goddess of law is merciful. She will absolve you. She will fucking not. I was being threatened. That's why I had no choice but to do as I was told. Dogan? It's been going on since the day that man came into the prison. Well, Edgeworth fucked up. I will never forget that day. I don't believe you. Yeah, I don't believe you at all. I don't believe shit. I don't believe shit, Roland. Listen, I know that Dogan's an assassin, and I'm certain he had help because he was blind, but I refuse to believe he would blackmail you like that. Okay. Once a week in the middle of the night, Frankie would shut off 2 breakers. So I could move from my office to the courtyard without being seen by the security camera. I would go past the fence and drop the goods down the well near the prison. And then I'd sprinkle this perfume over it. Okay. Oh! Oh, cool! cool! Okay. So that's why his dog brought... Okay, so that's why Anubis brought the body over to Dogen, because she sprinkled it with that to throw off the scent. Interesting! That's cool! I'm actually kind of intrigued by how unique that is. So having full knowledge of the prison's inner workings, she made deliveries herself. This would have ensured there was no slip-ups. Frankie would turn the breakers back on in the early morning and the delivery was
Transformers advertisement.
I don't know how to turn off ads as an affiliate. I don't know if I can. Then modify the timestamp on the security camera.
I don't think you can. I was just excited cause it's Transformers.
That's fair. How you doing, Debbie? But that day I had nothing to send, so I did not go to the courtyard at all. The secret of the supply system, so then Warden Roland was... So the reason you kept on interrogating
We
him...
went to see A Wrinkle in Time at Stratford.
Really? How was that? That is a freaky ass sprite. Man, like his correspondence chess letters.
It was fun. Some good character work.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, you were listening, right? I'd say this confession clears the warden of all suspicion. Is it really necessary to press her further than this? Is it necessary to press her further? Judge Courtney, my questioning isn't over yet. I'm sure the goddess of law isn't satisfied yet either. You mean to badger this woman further? Even if she was threatened by Dogen, this does not prove she was not the culprit in this case. She was absolutely able to use the supply route to transport Knightley's body. Do you have any evidence to support this? The body gave off a sweet scent, the scent of the perfume that was used to signify a delivery. Can you explain this fact? Of course. I had made so many deliveries, the scent would have lingered around the well. When the body was moved through the well, the scent would have transferred to it. A lingering scent in the well, of course, be picked up by anything passing through. The defense rests, I see. In that case, this court is adjourned. Is it over already? Yes, Sebastian, it is. And now, court is officially adjourned. Bang, 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 bang. Shields? Who was that? Hey! It's not nice of you to adjourn things like that, Courtney Pie. Mr. Shields? Are you objecting to the court adjourning? Of course not. I ain't got no objection or anything like that. Go ahead and adjourn court. Do whatever you like. Hey, what are you doing, Mr. Shields? Whoa there, calm down, Kay. Hey, want some chocolate? Is this a joke? You'll have to excuse me. I just have one tiny request to make as Simon Key's attorney. That's right, you're the defense attorney in charge of this case, aren't you? Exactly. Did you all forget? That's so mean. But you just left everything to Mr. Edgey and didn't do anything at all. Yeah, that's right. That's why I thought I'd do my job a bit. Oh my god, I love him. Ray is the best defense attorney. Do your job? That hardly sounds like you at all. Rude! This woman's got game. To prepare for the trial, I'd like to ask this warden a few questions. Surely you jest. What more could you expect to hear from her? Well, Miss Warden, I'd like to hear your thoughts on the culprit. My thoughts? Uncle Ray believes that Simon is not the culprit.
I don't
Seems
think
that Miss
game
Warden
is
also
the
suspects
word.
someone other than Simon. I'd like to hear you out. Go, Shields. Best attorney. You truly are the ace attorney, my guy. Yeah! Mr. Edgeworth, what is Mr. Shields up to? He's trying to lure Warden Roland into testifying. Why was the supply route used to transport the body? I'd say it was to pin down the crime on Dogan. I see! If he committed a murder here, he would be transferred to another prison, one with tighter security. And that would get rid of the troublemaker. Exactly. She wouldn't pass up a chance like that. Hey, hold on a sec. The culprit besides Simon? What do you mean? Simon was the one I was supposed to prosecute! Oh my god, shut up. Exactly. So wouldn't it be better if the best listened to what she had to say? Amazing, Mr. Shields. You managed to drag Mr. DeBest into this too. Warden Roland, is this acceptable? Oh, it's fine, it's fine. You understand this woman's heart. Thank you, mademoiselle. Actually, I've thought this over. I'd like to tell you my thoughts. You'd let me speak, won't you, Justine, darling? Of course, you may speak. Mr. Shields, awesome! Phew, that was a close shave. Thank you, Mr. Shields. No, I'm still leaving the rest to you. Remember what I said? The defense attorneys never gives up. That's the fate of our client rests on our shoulders, after all. It'd be uncool if Uncle Ray didn't put that into practice. Now then, Miles, it's your turn to show that you'll never give up. Oh my god, I love him. Holy shit. I think I finally found my Ace Attorney dad. My Ace Attorney father. I love him. Good man. Good man. Good shit. Good shit. Good shit. Good shit. That's some good shit right there. Right there. If I do say so myself. Right there. I say so. That's what I'm talking about. Right there. Right there. Woo! Good shit. Look at that motherfucker. Oh, sign me the fuck up. I love this man. I want to hug him so badly. Right. Well then, will you listen to my story? Let's fucking do this. I believe that the culprit in this case could only have been Dogan. I have no idea what transpired between Dogan and the victim. I simply couldn't. It simply could have been that Dogan was displeased with him in any case. He was the one who stabbed the victim to death. He probably had a dog dispose of the body. This is the truth of the case. The victim, Mr. Knightley, was it? I think it's a truly terrible thing. Taking a man's life, you mean? That's how you'd go about saying it, isn't it? If only I'd been more vigilant, his death would not have happened. That's why I want to clear up his regrets. Warden Roland, how considerate. I'm sure Mr. Knightley's in heaven is over... Courtney, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know if I believe in that, but if heaven and hell exist, I guarantee you Mr. Knightley is not up there, okay? If Knightley is anywhere, Knightley is downstairs, okay? Is gratitude really what Knightley feels?
Hold it!
You seem very confident of that. How could you be so sure? The children in this home are all good little boys and girls. Believe in yourself, believe
How
in
many
your friends,
flights?
and believe in me and the gods. How many flights? Which circle is Wrath? Is that the 6th? Or no, I guess technically he'd be Envy. Or Wrath, either one. Believe in yourself, believe in your friends, and believe in me and the gods. There's no way any of these hard-working children could have committed a murder. Quite an emotional reason makes sense coming from someone like her. Only Dogan would be capable of something like that. I have no idea what transpired between Dogan and the victim. Knightley was being held
Roth
in the
is
detention center.
fired.
Dogan was in the prison. They couldn't make any contact. Don't you think that would have prevented trouble? The prison is quite confined, right? There were many ways for them to meet. Knightley was murdered days before he would have been sentenced to prison. Surely there were many ways that the meeting could have occurred. Even without a direct meeting, Dogan can still cause trouble, mark my words. It simply could have been that Dogan was displeased with him. What could Knightley have done in the detention center to displease him? That was just an example. You don't have to take it so seriously. Didn't I already say that I have no idea what transpired between them? Nevertheless, you certainly are serious one, Mr. Edgey. What's this? That piercing gaze. Always standing straight and stiff. Very nice. Look very clever, my dear. Jesus! Are you sure he's the one who's stiff? Good fucking God! Oh dear, Roland, honey, no. Roland! Roland, you are 11 years older than this man. Oh no! Is Wendy gonna show up? Are we gonna have more women who are
Old bag all over again.
same brain cell? Are we just gonna have a bunch of older women, like cougars, wanting to fuck Edgeworth? Because I'm not okay with that. I don't need a... Edgeworth's gonna have a cougar harem, and I'm not okay with that. Cougar harem. I'm not cool with that,
Stream
guys.
no longer laggy. Did you upgrade?
No, my computer's just better. I got it fixed, so it's slightly less bad. I'm gonna get an upgrade, don't worry. But not right now.
Edgeworth is the granny whisperer. Nice, I'm happy for ya UWU.
Don't be happy yet. I lost all my data, so I can't actually work on my game for weeks. Until I get that data back, I can't work on RPG Maker, which is depressing as fuck, because I really want to work on RPG Maker.
Oh no, you didn't back up on Google Drive.
No. Fuck! Her glare is terrible. I'll have to think things over a little bit more before jumping to conclusions. I was... Okay, whatever.
Hold it!
I'd like to hear your thoughts about the circumstances surrounding the murder. Well, I suppose it was a simple job. During his booking, I learned that the victim had some kind of injury to his neck. He couldn't turn his neck to the right. I remember him saying something like that. Booking, that's the process one undergoes before being locked up in the detention center. Sounds like you don't really know a lot about Knightley. I only know a little. In any case, he would have been an easy target for Dogan. Perhaps he used the chisel hidden in the chessboard? I see. Your opinion will be very valuable reference. Could you add those last statements to your testimony? Oh, you're making me blush. You are so sweet, Ava. I'm just kidding. I'll continue.
Objection!
Sweetie, you shouldn't know that. Warden Roland, you certainly are sharp-witted. Enough with the titles. Call me Patty. P-A-T-T-Y. However, there's something we're a little too knowledgeable about. Embarrassed? You're such an inexperienced child, Edgeworth, dear. I don't think he's inexperienced. I think he's traumatized by the amount of cougars that want to get into his pink pants. Fight on, Mr. Edgeworth! You said you didn't really know much about Knightley. If that's the case, how did you know about the chisel inside the chessboard?
Objection!
The chessboard wasn't something Knightley brought with him. It was brought to him later by Mr. Keyes. He didn't even have it when he arrived here. Even if we assume that, there's still many suspicious points. Why wasn't there a chisel immediately confiscated? Judge Courtney, did you tell anyone about the trick to the chessboard? I did not. If no information about our investigation was leaked, then how did you find out? You could not have examined during the You could not have examined this during the entrance check of the parcel check. Certainly. Someone in the warden's position would never have let a chisel slip by. Exactly, so the answer to this, Warden Roland. When and how did you learn the chessboard secret? In that case, I shall answer for you. It's because... I give up, Mr. Edgeworth. It's as you say. I interrogated Knightley. That's how I learned about the chessboard. But please believe me, I didn't kill anyone. Enough. It would appear that we have uncovered some vital information. I'll ask you to testify once more, if that's all right with you, Prosecutor Edgeworth. No objections here. Fuck! I want them to just... Sorry, I don't know. Every time that Justine and Edgeworth interact, I get so happy. They're good children. I just really, really, really want Edgeworth and Courtney to be together. They're adorable and I love it. I wouldn't go so far as to call it an interrogation. I always make sure to talk to the new arrivals. Mr. Knightley, yes, we had a little chat. Our talk, he went right back to his cell, I assure you. That's right. I'm glad you understand. Your testimony is not solid evidence. It requires more than just understanding. Well then, Prosecutor Edgeworth, you may begin your cross-examination. Oh, shit, it's so hard!
Hold it!
You're certain you interrogated him the day before the show? Yeah, around 3 a.m. on the 27th. 3 at night? That matches the time of death not on Knightley's autopsy report. You summoned him late that night and he wasn't asleep. Well, the guard was attacked at Knightley's cell, remember? After that incident, we checked his cell and inquired about the circumstances. I'm sure all that excitement made it hard to sleep. Knightley was wide awake, you know. So even though it was highly irregular, you still carried out this late-night investigation. Edgeworth, dear, you're so mean. may have been irregular, but the truth is I had him moved. You can call it what you like, it still doesn't change the facts. Please excuse him, I'll give my incompetent apprentice a good scolding later. But for now, mademoiselle, what did you mean when you said you had him moved? I thought it was obvious, monsieur. I spoke to him in my office. Her office? The route she used to move Knightley's body? Please add that statement to your testimony. Of course. Around 3 a.m. the day before the show, the victim was brought to my office.
Hold it!
And where is your office located exactly? You know that sign with the ditch there hallway? You mean the one that says no entry? Yeah, it's a short walk up that aisle. About 5 minutes from the cell block. I've heard that room exits to the courtyard. Of course, that's the side of the courtyard is my private garden. Oh, I get it. You're gonna say I used that route to move the body. Indeed, you must have been able to use it if you used that route.
Overruled!
For now, that is merely a possibility. There is no decisive evidence to support it. But there's no other way the body could have been moved. Surely you haven't forgotten my theory that Simon Hughes dropped the body in the well? That's right! That's right! What's she said? Pursuing this point further would be hazardous.
Hold it!
What indeed? It was just a trifling conversation, what kind of animals you liked, what hobbies were, that sort of thing. Hobbies, I assume he mentioned chess? Oh yes, that's all Nightly would have to talk about.
Everyone, you have to drink water.
Now that I think about it, the note he had in his room probably had something to do with the chess too. So Warden Rowland saw Knightley's note.
Hold it!
And what was Knightley like during the interrogation? He was very honest. Mr. Knightley was honest. He also talked about a croissant and some kind of promo. En passant in chess piece promotions, I assume. Looks like he was his usual chess buzzing.
Hold it!
He really returned to his cell. There's no way he would have been a corpse now. I know you're suggesting I killed him during the investigation, but I couldn't possibly have had a motive to kill Knightley, could I? Dogan was the one I hated, and he had no connection with the victim. She only hinted Dogan. Please add that statement to your testimony. That's the wrong thing.
Objection!
Bitch! Bitch! Get bitched! Judge Courtney, I'd like you to have a look at this. It looks like a record of a chess game. Is there something wrong with it? This was discovered in the victim's cell. It was Knightley's memo. Warden Rowland, you also discovered this note in the very same place, and not just in Knightley's cell, but in Dogan's too, correct? What are you...
Objection!
Don't say that you don't know about the chessboard in this fucking cell. After all, you would have kept an eye on Dogan's actions down to the smallest details. No, to be more precise, it wasn't Dogan that you needed to keep an eye on. The warden was searching for Dogan's henchmen! From the start, I found it strange that the warden interrogated prisoners personally. Since he used his henchmen to threaten to harm her family, Warden Rowland interrogated Dogan to expose them. You investigated Dogan's mail. You would have known that he played correspondence chess. And then Knightley appeared, chess memo in hand. We deduced that he and Dogan were connected. You must have arrived at the same conclusion as well. However, you went one step too far in your reasoning. You thought Knightley was one of Dogan's henchmen who had come to kill you. So that's why you had him interrogated, Knightley boy. If the boss won't crack, go after his henchmen. In addition, you discovered something when you were interrogating him. Inside his chessboard, you found a portable chisel. The murder weapon. To Warden Roland, the chisel was a symbol of Dogen, and that was the final straw. You believed Knightley was one of Dogen's henchmen, and you killed him. It seems there will be no rebuttal. Judge Courtney, your verdict. Though it is incredibly unfortunate, there seems to be no room for doubt. I shall announce my verdict for the murder of Horace Knightley. Twice my sacred verdict has been interrupted. Who was that? Warden Roland? Oh, how strange! You guys really don't understand anything. Excuse me. It would seem the one who doesn't understand is you. Me? Oh, I understand one thing very well. There is a huge contradiction in your logic, Mr. Edgeworth. What the fuck? When she's cornered, she starts spouting nonsense, and her fox starts running around like a fucking maniac. Pay it no heed, Judge Courtney, your verdict.
Overruled!
I'm interested in hearing what the warden has to say. I thought so. I just have one thing to say. One? Please take a good look at the autopsy report. The autopsy report? The one I brought with me. I heard exactly what you said earlier, Justine darling. You said the wound was 4 inches deep. 4 inches? No way. Could that tiny chisel really have made a wound 4 inches deep? Impossible! How could I have made such an error? Oh, forgive me, goddess of law. Oh! 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 I know where the murder weapon is! I know where the murder weapon is! I know where the murder weapon is! I know where the murder weapon is. I know where it is. I know where it is, and I know how to prove it was her. I know where it is. Well, I believe that overturns your hypothesis. What will you do now, Mr. Edgeworth? Do that turnabout thing! Make some earth-shattering objection! Ungray's a hard worker, but without decisive evidence, but just whipping dead horsehair. Does that mean it's hopeless? No, I know exactly where it is. The true killer is Warden Roland. If it's not her, then nothing that's happened fits. But the chisel isn't the murder weapon. Are there any other sharp objects here? There are still many mysteries remaining in this case. However, we do not have the evidence to solve them at this present time. We have no choice but to continue this battle in the courtroom.
Objection!
That is not... That would just give the killer a chance to destroy evidence.
Overruled!
Are you mocking the court? No, 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 I didn't mean anything like that. You look perplexed, Miles. Thought of anything yet? The chisel is not the murder weapon. In that case, what is? It's no use. We're back to where we started. No, we're not! God damn it! Really? Really? Come on, Edgeworth, you know this! Edgeworth, sweetie, you know this! And I know you know this! Edgey, come on, sweetheart, you know this! It's no good. I can't think of anything. I need more time. I regret to say I have no... No, Mr. Edgeworth! Remember what Mr. Shields said! If we give up, Simon will... Have you forgotten that sad look on his face? He was the one who suffered the most from Knightley's death. If we can't save him, who will? Besides, Simon believes in us, so we can't give up. Kay? Miles, looks like you found a good partner. It's like little Kay says, whenever you're backed into a corner, think of your client. Keep fighting until the very end. Isn't that the feeling you're getting? Gregory, your old man, no matter what troubled his face, he'd always turn things and save his client. This is an adorable speech, but this is not relevant! Are we not? This is a cute speech, but this feels so out of place. Metal detector, alligator, make the alligator throw up the murder weapon and be done by lunch. This is not that hard. This music is adorable, but none of this matches. This is the most obvious case of just use the metal detector on the alligator.
LMAO.
I'm sorry. Like, I'd be fine with this if it was any character but Edgeworth, but when Edgeworth does this shit of I can't think of anything, I lose my mind because this feels like common sense to Edgeworth. Okay, I'm sorry. I just very much lost my cool, but I hate this. You've got his blood in you, right? In that case, you're the only one who can turn this around. Judge Courtney, the look in your eyes has suddenly changed. If you do not intend to speak, if you do intend to speak, you'd best be prepared to face the consequences. Your logic thus far has been misplaced numerous times. If this were to happen again, I will consider you unfit to call yourself a prosecutor, and you will hand over your badge. That's right. My reasoning about this case has indeed been misplaced numerous times. Have I made a grave miscalculation? Wait, my logic is misplaced? Stay silent. I cannot condone this waste of time. Well then... Mr. Edgeworth! Mr. Edgeworth! That's it! I have to turn my logic around! My logic isn't misplaced, it's been misled!
Objection!
Yes! The shrug! Finally! Isn't it a little early to hand down a verdict? I actually think it's rather late, don't you agree, Justine, darling? Enlighten us. What?! See? She does have a heart-on for Edgeworth! Courtney knows good men, Courtney knows good bitches. Tried to remember the eyewitness account about his dog and the absence from the animal show. When I first heard that the information, my suspicion immediately fell on Dogan. I'm amazed he takes such pride in you telling your previous failings.
Hold it!
But was that not the killer's aim? What if we assume that was their intention from the start? Of course, the chisel served the same purpose. Knightley's body was stabbed in the same spot with multiple sharp objects. This shows that he was stabbed with the chisel after the real murder weapon was removed, by soaking the chisel in Knightley's blood. The killer wanted to mislead us into thinking the chisel was the murder weapon. Why? That's because... Why did the killer want us to think the chisel was the murder weapon? Warden Rowland, you made use of this chisel's image. Chisel's image? What are you trying to say? Mr. DeBest, when you see this chisel, what does it suggest to you? Huh? Something like, Dogan is the killer, right? Now do you understand? That was the warden's aim. Ah, she wanted us to suspect the person with the chisels! Indeed, that was her plan from the very beginning, to make certain Dogan out to be the killer. I understand your logic. It is true that the warden did not think kindly of Dogan, but you understand, don't you? This alone does not prove she's the killer. As I thought, it's not enough. The remaining chance is for me to find the real murder weapon. If you have no more evidence, I believe this conversation is over.
Objection!
I could prove it if I found the real murder weapon.
Objection!
You did! It doesn't matter what you say. We did a clean sweep of the place. It is as Sebastian says. In the end, we could not find any more. I feel bad, but until Edgeworth asked Sebastian what the chisel said, I completely forgot Sebastian was even here. Oh, Sebby, I'm sorry.
Objection!
I know where the murder weapon is! The murder weapon must still be somewhere in the prison. As long as this exists. The security gate! You remember the name after all? Are you mocking me? It's because of those things that you can't take metal objects in or out of this place! Ah! Right. As long as the security gate exists, the murder weapon should still be here. Best detective in the world. Best detective in the world. He forgot
That
there's
is the
a
new
fucking thing there. He forgot about the fucking alligator. He forgot about the fucking alligator that was made of metal. He has the murder weapon. Sorry. Judge Courtney? Prosecutor Edgeworth, surely you realize, if the real murder weapon is still in the prison, one must also consider how it got there in the first place. Which means the real murder weapon must have been smuggled in somehow. Okay. That's it. She could have used that. This shows another way the weapon could have been brought to the prison. What? What? Oh, the bell!
Take that!
Yesterday, Dogan said this. I'm not doing my Dogan voice. Fuck Devin. Not Devin. Not Devin. Dogan. I love Devin. Devin, I love you. I'm not fuck Devin. Fuck Dogan. Tis possible the meta weapon was brought in.
Less than 3.
As confiscated evidence. Dogan's knife was confiscated and stored on the premises. Furthermore, a bell was attached to the knife. It can't be the bell on that chisel. Exactly. The killer took it from the knife and reattached it to the chisel. But the only fingerprints on the chisel are Nayli's. The killer probably wore gloves and then made the switch. She made the chisel out to be the murder weapon by attaching Dogan's bell, and in doing so made Dogan appear to be the culprit. Furthermore, the handling of the set of evidence that this bell originally belonged to was only possible for someone with the proper authority. Who, soy? Who had that authority? Why don't we ask the warden what she thinks?
Objection!
No, these were custom bells. I see. So you don't know. These bells are Dogan's trademark. There are only 2 in the world. And so attaching the bell would naturally make you the killer.
Hold it!
Of course, I understand. In that case, Mr. DeBest, I'd like to request an investigation immediately. But if you find it, it'd be problematic for... I'm getting flashbacks. Does that matter now? It's necessary that we It's necessary that we reveal the truth. You're a prosecutor, are you not? Well, even if you say that. Curse this useless prosecutor! If only I had my
You can't
investigative
look
rights.
there. Otherwise, you know my client murdered the dude.
There's no way she would approve. We have no choice but to investigate ourselves. Courtney! Just give me back my investigative rights! Oh, what a cute little lad. Bad shrug. It almost feels like I've turned into a certain bluffing defense attorney. But right now I can't come to a standstill here.
Objection!
Hold it! Prosecutor Edgeworth, what now? I just realized something. What would that be? Pray tell. Naturally, the whereabouts of the real murder weapon. Dogan's knife. Mr. Edgeworth, is that really true? Yes. Though it is a lie. I find that hard to believe. Isn't that a bluff, isn't it? You underestimate me. The word bluff does not exist in my... You don't even have the same mannerisms! Oh my god! Edgeworth, Courtney, just fuck already! Devin, I'm gonna need a compilation, please. Throughout, when I'm done the game, I'm gonna need you to make a compilation of every time I say I ship Edgeworth and Courtney, because that's probably gonna happen a lot. This is bad for my heart. Well then, could you enlighten us? Where is the real murder weapon? Think. Somewhere the police didn't look. A blind spot in this animal-filled prison. A hiding place the warden would have complete confidence in. Hiding place. Come to think of it. Finally! Finally! It took a million years! It took you a million years!
The word bluff does not exist in my dictionary. I tore that page out.
Took you a million years, Edgeworth, but you finally reached the same conclusion I did 20 minutes ago! But there aren't that many ways to hide things from investigators' eyes. How long do you intend to keep us waiting? It's possible, but taking a big gamble here. The place where the real murder weapon is hidden is here. Specifically.
Take that!
Here in the courtyard. Indeed. That's not enough information. Please show us more detail. Where is the real murder weapon hidden?
Take that!
That's it. Back then! What's the matter, detective? Looks like the metal detectors are reacting to this alligator. Yeah, of course, that's why the metal detector reacted. Judge Courtney, I'd like you to take a look at this. The chisel? Wasn't that just the fake murder weapon? Dogan hid this chisel inside his dog's mouth, and the real murder weapon is hidden in a very much the same way. The real murder weapon is in the pond inside the alligator. We can confirm with the metal detector reacted to the alligator. Judge Courtney, please have the inside of the alligator examined. I give my consent. We'll have to call a veterinarian. I can make that little girl okay now. I just got a text from the talent scout. Cool. Can I help? Yes, go ahead. Warden Roland, discovering the real murder weapon will settle this matter once and for all. Why don't you do the honorable thing and confess now? What would I have to confess? In that case, you can just wait for your fate to be sealed. We found it, Safe! Just where you said it would be! It's over. Patricia Rowland, the real murder weapon is none other than Dogen's knife. And the one who murdered Horace Knightley can only be you. Dogen was the evil one. I didn't do anything wrong. It was completely reasonable. That guy was one of Dogen's henchmen. Him. If only he had never come to my home. I could at least still be happy. My special paradise. He ruined it. All of it. Him. That no good assassin. Him. That's a lot of...
Dang, I showed up just in time.
That was a lot of dogs. Mr. DeBest of the Best, we have the results. DeBest of the Best. Looks like even the forensics officers are tough. We found traces of Knightley's blood on Dogen's knife. It's just like you said. You're the best, Mr. DeBest. All right, good job, but don't stop there. Keep the praise coming. Really? Yes, sir. You're so incredible. Oh. Dude. From sorrow. Well done, Sebastian. Next comes the follow-up investigation. Pikmin 4 didn't already come out. Oh, it did. What?
This little shit.
Oh, fuck
What?
you. Pikmin 4 came out 2 days ago, but Pikmin 1 plus 2 isn't coming out until September. How actually dare you, Nintendo? You already made Pikmin 1 plus 2. Just don't even up the graphics, just put them on a cartridge and send it out into space. I want Pikmin 1 plus 2 so bad.
Pity.
Dude, I love Pikmin 1. I really want to play Pikmin 2 because it has my favorite Pikmin in it. I don't even give a shit about Pikmin 3 and 4. I just want to play Pikmin 2. Is that so much to ask? Sorry, I'm very distracted now. I'm very angry because I want to play that game so bad. Huh? What are you talking about, Justine? Hasn't the case been solved already? We've not yet confirmed if Knightley truly was one of Dogen's henchmen. There's also a chance that Warden Roland jumped to conclusions. Oh! Is that the remaining uncertainties in the case? Anyways, let's keep investigating. Hey, you there, come with me! Since I'm the best, the truth will appear before me at first. When the moment arrives, make sure you don't miss it. Let's go! Bye. We live in troubling times, wouldn't you agree? Or would the assassin of the president
Barnacle
stand
head,
murdered in
laughing
prison?
face.
Knightley had not planned to assassinate the president. The truth is not as vital as you believe it to be. What? Now then, this is where I must take my leave. Prosecutor Edgey. Bye. Judge Courtney is right. The law should not serve any one person's desires. However, if the truth is being bent as a result of that, can that really be called justice? Hey! Simon! Oh, listen to this music. How you doing, by the way, James? I forgot to ask that. Ooh, I love this victory music. This is cute.
Not bad, thanks. Closing parenthesis.
Boss!
This might actually be my favorite victory music. X.
What happened? They said you could come out already? Well, honestly, I don't know for sure. All of a sudden, they were like, "You're free to go, and you should thank Mr. Edgeworth." Well, that's because he found out who the real murderer was. Really? He did? Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, no way, no way, no way, no way! Even if you clearly got it's useless, I'm innocent after all. You can't make me guilty. Simon, you should thank him, you know? You're right. Thank you very much. I want to thank you too! Good grief. Mr. Defense Attorney, can I ask you just one more question? Yes, you may. So I'm not the defense attorney. I thought that Knightley and I were friends. No, I mean best friends. I always thought we were.
Hey, everyone, you have to drink water.
You don't think so anymore? Well, I'm just wondering. There were some things I had no idea about. Like how he could hate someone enough to kill them. That's why maybe he never trusted me either. Simon, that's not true. You're lying, because if I had known, I could have stopped him. I would have told him he had no way to be angry with anyone. Mr. Keyes, I don't think he disliked you either. But show him proof that Knightley trusted him.
Take that!
That's what I gave to it. Knightley had a chisel inside it, most likely to aid in his escape. Escape? He used me? He trusted in you. He knew you'd bring it to him without looking into it, and without question. And in doing just that, you were caught up in everything. Knightley, you idiot! It looks like he gets it. Simon's not as dumb as he looks after all. I'm sure he'll be back to normal by tomorrow. Was that supposed to be a compliment? Oh, I'll be strong. I'll become a splendid wild animal tamer for Knightley's sake. Excellent. That's the spirit. Aww. I almost forgot. If you'd like.
It's just
Is
like
that
Ratatouille.
Max?
X.
Is that Max? Is that Maxie on there? Is that Maxie? Are we gonna go see Maxie at the next show? Oh shit! That's totally Max!
It is. Laughing face.
Yeah, Maxie! Maxie! I'll also be performing
Fabulous.
Big Berry Circus is always fabulous and fun for all ages. Wow, that sounds like fun! Let's go, Mr. Edgeworth! Well, I'll think about it. I want to see Maxie! Well, we need to get back to practicing right away. You'll be with Regent today. What? The tiger? No way, no way, no way, no way, no way! It'll be fine. He's a good boy. He only killed one person. No, that was a lion. No way. There's no way it'll be fine. Please give me a break, boss. And there they go. Man, bravo, bravo. You really put on a good show today, Miles. It's all thanks to you, Mr. Shields. Without your help, she might have gotten away. Not to mention allowing us to continue the investigation. Oh man, cut it out already. You're gonna make me blush. I never know when you are being serious. Uncle Ray is always serious, but today he also has popcorn. So how is it, Miles, how's it feel to be a defense attorney, to save people? Defense attorney. But that really took me back. It's just like being next to your old man again. It's been a while since I felt this good. It was, well, it's somewhat difficult to say. It was a good thing. Come on, Miles, you sure you don't want to be a defense attorney? What? You know, pick up where your father left off. Didn't you want to save people like he did? But is it really that unusual for a prosecutor to become a defense attorney these days? He's got you there, Gumshoe! Unusual isn't the problem here. Hey, don't be so upset. It's normal, you know, normal. It's not normal, pal. You all mistake me for a powerful defense team. Mr. Shields, I'm a prosecutor. And Uncle Ray's a defense attorney. That's why I'm being serious about this. Well, that's just my opinion. Feel free to drop by anytime you ever change your heart. I'll be waiting for you. I like him. Solid 10 out of 10 character. Follow in my father's footsteps? Me, become a defense attorney. Oh, God. Wow, it's been a hot minute since I've seen this picture. Oh, this is some sad-ass music. Should I become a defense attorney? Like my father? The end. That was a very ambiguous ending there. The inherited turnabout. Yeah, I'll save the data. But I'm not going to keep going. Because this was a part 3. Hello? Hi. So, look at that unit of a woman! Oh, God, I love her. God damn.
The next case is beautiful. JSYK.
I hope so. The inherited turnabout. Alright. I'll do that one on... Oh, no, I won't. Shit. I'm not going to be here Thursday. Shit. Okay. Well, okay. Depends on when I wake up on Thursday, but this game has long cases, so I might not even be here. So, let me go to the end screen while I explain. Whoops.
Oh, where are you at Thursday?
So, Thursday, I have an audition with a talent scout. I'm going to be singing there. That's going to be fun. And then the next day that I'll be available to stream will be Sunday. So, unless I wake up early or do an early morning stream, I'm not going to be able to stream on Thursday. So, the next stream will be, unfortunately, Sunday. Which sucks, because I really wanted to play the game. But, you know. We'll play it by ear. If I can stream Sunday, I will.
Best of luck.
Thank you. If I can stream Sunday, I will. If I can't, then I can't. But that was fun. I enjoyed that case a lot. I dropped 4,000 frames, which is considerably less than last time. Hopefully next time I'll go back to dropping no frames. Next stream, as I said, most likely Sunday.
Have a good audition.
Thank you! So yeah, I hope to do good. I'm gonna have a good time. Sunday we'll start the inherited turnabout, and I'm assuming, based on the picture, that Mr. Gregory Edgeworth's gonna be important somehow. So,
Adios.
See ya. I will see y'all Sunday. Bye!